WNT9 Radio, and I'm your host, Brother Intellect.
And I'm your co-host, Haha, a.k.a. Lady Lion.
Lady Lion, I want to say peace to you, and thank you so much for helping us with our interview segments. And today, we have a beautiful guest on the line with us. She is a spiritualist, a healer, and she just has a very beautiful spirit about her. She's a poet. She's a warrior. And if anybody was into the Matrix, she would definitely be someone we would call an oracle. And having said all that, sister, please introduce yourself.
I'm usually known by Hetep within the Wu-Nuwaupu family. Those that know me, they know me by Asaru. Within the Yoruba community, those that know me, I'm known as Ianifa Egoshole Ifagbalabo Fazero. Within the Native American community, they call me Rainbow.
So you definitely a traveling sister.
Yeah. My father, I'm a preacher. I'm a PK.
Uh-oh.
My father was a Baptist minister, and when he met my mother, she was Pentecostal holiness. And so to marry her, my grandfather said, no, you're going to have to switch from Baptist over to Pentecostal. So, he was a Baptist-costal.
Right.
Is what we call it. And they both transitioned. So, I'm no stranger to religion and that whole thing right there, It's 13 in my family. I'm the 12th of 13 children, 7 boys.
Wow, beautiful. Wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, good question. Yeah, it's safe to say because, you given different names of different tribes and cultures know you by, to me that sounds like you're a well-balanced sister and you're in tune with your ancestors and yourself. But it is safe to say that it's okay to ID with who you are and ID these different, entities and be a part of that and not take away from the foundation because you are Nuwaupian. Because, to the issue that, within our tribe and within the nation, people need to know people that are coming into the tribe or people that are just of different walks of life. Can you just give some insight on that from your perspective? Gladly. I'd like to tell the family that, first of all, I'm 59. I'm 59 years old. So I've been on this realization of self for a minute and realizing that the circle, that dot, you know what I'm saying? There are various ways to approach the identity of the whole ramification of divinity. I usually refer to it as the ultimate reality because, people want to scramble for, God's name is this and, and religion and all that.
Right.
So, no, I'm not saying that it's okay. I'm saying that because initially my name, Hetep Tanasert, Nehetep Ankh Anunu Tanasert, is an Egyptian name. I was first initiated after I left the church into Fahami, dealing with Isis, Ra, and El, and which was more Islamic in nature. So what I called out are just my journeys. Simply put, it's just every part of us is just a school.
Right.
So far, the school of Wu-Nuwaupu is where I am right now. I came in after the tragedy had happened with our beloved master teacher, Panabab. So I'm not real. I've never been on the land. I don't know all the ins and outs and the quirks. I did have communication with the master teacher. I wrote him. He wrote me back. He gave me my name. And then shortly after that, we weren't able to communicate with him anymore.
Right.
So I don't have all the intricacies of the isms. All I know is that society that has always found a way to take our brightest and our best and imprison them and kill them and frame them and, a whole bunch of different things. Okay? And that's what American history is all about. So, I'm not too much down with the poison about, any of our leaders, as a matter of fact.
Right.
Especially being a Nuwaupian now, I'm just not with all of that chaos. I don't do that well.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that, sister. Yeah, I don't do that well. I don't do it well at all. So to answer your question, I just simply think that with all the different spiritual roads or degrees of learning, the circle from a different angle and perspective gives me the ability to communicate and deal with my sisters and brothers wherever they're coming from.
Mm.
True.
That's beautiful.
True.
Yeah, so not being around and getting involved in those isms actually is a wonderful thing.
Yes. It is. I stay up to date with the updates. I'm supporting the master teacher, while we're going through this longest winter, due to his absence. We love it. We love it.
Right.
I love it.
Right.
Nobody say.
But definitely could feel the ease and the peace and the spirituality just in your voice. It's definitely visible. You actually are. How long have you been into spoken word?
Ever since I was a little girl, that was my only way of escaping, was to write poems, and then I would have to hide them because I was in a very religious family. Not everybody gets an opportunity to have their parents tell them how they were conceived. And, so my mother told me, how I was conceived, what was going on between her and my father when, during my conception. So I considered myself an accumulation of pictures because my mother told me how through the night, my father was an abusive so-called man of God, and how he pinched her all night long till she, and then verbally, tormented her with scriptures until she finally gave in. And when she gave in, she conceived me. So I consider that being conceived under such conditions has given me a particular type of intuitiveness into pain, into rejection, into anguish, and all of that. So, guys, please don't stop. Keep going. Oh, so I was just going to say, since I was in elementary school, my mother didn't want me to take the artistic route. She wanted me to, go to college and be an English teacher because, during her time, starving artist was literally a starving artist, and anybody thinking about becoming an artist in any way, it's like, have you lost your mind? You want to starve?
Right, exactly.
So, and I went through each phase of religion. I'm from a large family, so one of my sisters, I was given, my older brothers and sisters, they were like other mamas and papas. So wherever they went, whatever they was into, is where I had to go. So I've been exposed to, all kinds of different religions, even within my family.
Wow.
Whether it's Jehovah's Witness, whether it's science of mind, Catholicism. Woo.
So you fit right in. What Partner Bab has taught throughout the years, you fit right in.
Yes. Wu-Nuwaupu is very natural. Say that again? Wu-Nuwaupu feels very natural to my being. Yes. Okay, so...
you was getting it without the titles, without the names. You was getting it all your life.
Yes, yes. So by the time I was only introduced to Wu-Nuwaupu back in 2005 through another brother in the community that before there was Facebook, there was MySpace.
Right.
And I met up with a brother on MySpace, Wu-Nuwaupu, who introduced me to Wu-Nuwaupu. And at that time, it was still Wu-Nuwaupu with the B and not the P.
Right.
Okay. That came, a little later. And ever since 2005, this is where I've landed. I can speak a little bit of the old language because it's taken on new roots and growing, and so I'm not as fluent in Nuwaupu as I would love to be. I love hearing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It changed into Nuwaupu. The master teacher, pretty much what he did was he updated some of the words, but the tones are pretty much still the same. Because he's always said it's not about it's not about the way you pronounce the words if you get it wrong or right. It's about the tones being correct. Yeah. So the fact that you were in Wu-Nuwaupu and you got that affirmation, it still qualifies now because now we're in the school of Nuwaupu, and the master teacher is dealing with the part of that. And that just deals with pretty much everything you summed up: culture, our ancestors, our knowing yourself. And I wanted to ask you: do you think all your experiences of your birth, of the dark places you went spiritually within yourself, and experienced these heights of pain and degrees of different things, as well as the knowledge you've acquired throughout the years in the different schools of thought you went through and find yourself, do you think this has contributed tremendously to your art or to your skill of spoken word, sound poetry? And how are you using this tool to heal others and yourself, or what is your vision you see behind what it is you do, with your poetry? Yes, it has most definitely. I can really say that I've experienced my Sekhmet rising, commonly known as Kundalini. I've experienced that. I've seen that great serpent slide across my third eye. I came up during the time when segregation was still in effect. So I was around when finally integration here in Oklahoma City finally, So I've been through the busing. I've been through having bricks and things thrown at the bus that I was on, being called a nigger.
Wow.
Sister, family. I just want to let my family. Look, I've been through. I'm not a Martin Luther King kind of sister.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
What type of sister are you, sister? Let it be known. Hey, by any and all means available, spend yourself. I have taught. Say it, sister. That's right. I'm trying to tell you. I have taught the first women's martial arts class here in Oklahoma.
Wow.
Back in the day.
It is.
Hey, and I tell, I have a daughter, and I tell women, period. If you want to change up the nature of how your relationship even begins, don't go into the butterfly talk. Let them know straight up. This is what I'm able to do for myself. If you come at me in the wrong manner, I'm going to defend myself. So I encourage all women, I don't care what their background is, take up some martial arts. Learn how to do, because weaker vessel, I don't know nothing about that. No. I had seven brothers. No. I had my oldest sister used to whoop men, okay? When they were hit, she would whoop
Wow.
her boyfriends.
Wow.
See, no, honey. No. I'm not a victim. We don't have to be victims of domestic violence.
Right.
When a man understands he's with a woman that knows how to defend herself, the approach is totally different.
Oh yeah.
Different.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Respect is there. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So no, I'll turn the other cheek. No, if my cheek is turning, is looking in a direction for something to hit you with on the comeback, on the fly. My brain is ticking. I'm doing other things, trying to think of, okay, I got to defend myself. Because the brother or whoever this is taking it somewhere that. So I think all women should learn a form of self-defense. It's imperative.
Right. And in general terms, the more a woman, is equipped with, the more she's built with, even mentally and spiritually, it changes the approach of a man towards her.
Yeah.
He
picks up on that masculine energy. He picks up on that energy, that magnetic pull. Yeah. So he definitely approach a woman differently. And you know what, too, brother, Intellect? There was a post on Facebook just a time to which you said that, spoke on that, women are taking, I'm quoting it, women are taking selfies, with their breasts and their legs open, yet they have a conscious quote to play it off. And a brother wrote this, and, a lot of sisters commented on it, and I said, you know what I'm saying, what the brother is saying is, if I can, is, if you want someone to take you seriously, you have to take yourself seriously.
That's real.
I'm going to place everything.
That's
Women
real.
are naturally sexual and sensual creatures. However, if you go in a classroom to teach, you're going to wear the proper attire for your students, to give you that respect or that attention so they can focus on the words that are coming out your mouth and what you're trying to say rather than what you have on and what you look, So just you tying into that with the martial arts and self-defense, like Brother Intellect was saying, it definitely changes the way a woman thinks about herself. Her confidence level goes up. And, it teaches you to be more in tune with who you are spiritually instead of looking at the outer physically. So I think that's a great thing.
Absolutely.
And, your poetry, your poetry is just amazing. I had a chance to look on your page and I've seen a few things. So, sister, what are you planning to do with your poetry? What is it you want to do? What is your as far as with my poetry, I've performed, around a bit. It's like whenever there are issues and situations going on, it's like, the ancestors finally, they get a hold of me. And when I'm listening to what's being spewed forth from other poets' mouths and looking at what's going on, and then it's like the ancestors just say, okay, well, it's time for you to, like Van Stitch said, it's time for you to set some part of that record straight. Set the record straight, that's right, and awakening. Okay, get up now.
So basically it's coming from another place.
I can't sleep. I can't eat. It's like,
I feel you.
I gotta do what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
And it gets difficult because you know how we are as creative people.
Mm-hmm.
We see things differently. We feel things differently. We taste things differently. We just different. We're different. We different. Yes, we are. We just different. Yes, we are. And I could agree with what you said. When the ancestors is trying to get your attention, they make everything stop in the physical. Even your mind functioning, they will go as far as to allowing yourself to become low, so you have no choice but to depend on them and call out to them. So they're trying to get your attention. It's a bigger job and a purpose of what it is you're supposed to do. So I could definitely identify with that, sister, because I swear to you, when it's a mission at hand, I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't do anything. I'm just being shown what I'm supposed to do or guided. And if I don't listen to that, then you know what? Nothing manifests. So I could identify with you. Sadly, I've had like some opportunities to be, when I was on MP3, before Facebook, and that was after I had released Sex and Race, which was dedicated to J.A. Rogers, after reading just about all of his material, but especially the 2 volumes on Sex and Race. I was contacted, I was in Cancun at the time, and one of Queen Latifah's agents tried to reach out to me, and the brother that I was dating at the time sabotaged the whole thing. I mean, I didn't find out that anything about it until after he had deliberately gotten rid of all the information and just out of spite, lashed out at me to tell me such and such, and I was like, wow.
Wow.
Wow. So, but, not being on those big main stages, I'm cool. I mean, if I get there, cool. If I don't, cool. Because I feel like I'm still where I'm supposed to be. Because there are people that I meet every day that need an awakening.
Right.
Yeah. And I still study. I study everything I can get my hand on from the master teacher and all my other learnings to try to bring them into a fullness, just to bring them into that fullness so that I can deal with people where they are. I mean, if you're comfortable being a Christian, okay, I'm good with that. We can talk scripture. All right, I'm on, because I already see the fear in you. If I take you any other way but where you are, you get scared.
We call that speaking in tongues.
That is.
Yes, and debate and argue blocks the message.
Yes, and like I said, I don't do chaos and confusion well at all. So I'm where I need to be, and every time I need to set the record straight, hey, I'm front and center.
That's right.
A lot of my poetry now, like with my second release, there were pieces on there dedicated to the master teacher. And all the chaos and confusion that was going on in the family, it's like, y'all come on now. Everybody coming out the woodwork wanting to refute everything the master teacher has said.
Right.
Not in a position to defend his word. So now y'all coming about the woodworks, y'all brave, you know what I'm saying, and y'all talking shit, y'all trying to dispel, Wu-Nuwaupu and voodoo. I mean, you're just trying to tear everything down that he built. That he built for us. He built it for us.
Right.
And you niggas. Yeah, I got a piece on there called Niggas is Time to Change.
Listen, you're passionate and you're a poet and you're an artist, so you got to speak from your soul. So by all means, please.
And then the sisters, the brothers and the sisters who are into, rolling up on each other in a sexual way and not understanding what you're doing. What you doing?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? What are you doing? I give so much thanks to all of my teachers that have come and gone in my life and that are coming, going, staying. You know what I'm saying? That after I met the master teacher, and I say met him because I'm sure I met him before. Okay. Ethereally. Whether you like, Brother Intellect, I know you like, this is where Brother Intellect usually likes to slide in there.
You know something the master teacher said, sister? The master teacher said, our dreams are personal experiences that no one can interpret but ourselves. So if you share something personal that you went through, no one can interpret that for you or judge that, because that is your personal experience on your spiritual path that you was blessed to have the vision to see and to, understand what it means to you, so.
Yes.
No shade at all.
Exactly. I'm not ashamed of my name being Hetep, Uncle Nunutana Search. The universal goddess of the self-existing life principle. Okay?
Beautiful.
Name, sis. That is beautiful.
when I came, when I came across the master teacher, I used to lay in the bed at night before I wrote him, and I'd say, I want to be a female reflection of Atum Ray. I just say that.
Wow.
And then when I wrote the master teacher, and he sent me my name, by Atum Ray, I was like, okay, confirmation.
Confirmation. There you go.
Confirmation.
There you go.
The joyful souls of the complete one.
Mm.
So that's why I said all the isms going on in the family. Y'all, hey, don't come at me with none of it. I ain't for it. I'm simply for freeing our master teacher.
That's right. That's right.
So if you ask me, do I think he was guilty of it? Don't even ask me that shit.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Don't ask me that shit.
Exactly.
You know, that's just some shit.
I mean, it's something to get into, but I remember when I remember in 2002 when a brother had asked me, he said, yo, you think Pops did this? I said, man, to me, it don't even matter. My loyalty is with that man. I've been through too much with him. So, you know, on the real, behind closed doors, it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? But publicly, yeah, let's get into it and prove his innocence. You know what I'm saying? But just from father to son to father, Pops, man, yo, I'm with you 1,000, man. It's whatever, man. You know what I mean?
You know, deal with him.
Right.
Get him out and then ask him, did he do it?
Right.
Ask him. No, I wasn't there.
Right.
And I refuse to allow all of that madness into my mind to question him.
And it's amazing how you can still see a case like this in 2016, something still existing. You know, I mean, no DNA evidence. And then, I mean, the prisons are full of people who are incarcerated and really was nowhere near the crime. You know, it's just amazing.
I just want to put this out to the family. Our master teacher is a divinity. We are all divinities. We are the sleeping giants. Okay?
No doubt.
So if he said, if I have met other black men, there's a brother that wrote a book called The Coming of 10, his whole book is about being abducted and then being visited even more and freely getting on the craft to copulate with the extraterrestrial beings that he called 10. Okay? So, and I was introduced to all of this way before I knew anything about Wu-Nuwaupu.
Check that out.
Okay? That brother that wrote that book gave me a seal that was an unk. And he said, they would treat like a queen. Okay? So I'm used to having seals and all of these kinds of things. And, you know?
Right.
I'm saying, science, it's about, come on, y'all. Why are we trying to bog our divinity down with this madness?
Well, that's definitely one of the reasons why you stood out so much, because I mean, that fire is something I can't even describe it, but I do know that I do know it when I see it, because I feel it within myself, and I do know it when I see it. And when I heard your voice, I was like, wow. You know, that warrior spirit is definitely in her, man. She definitely got it, you know. And it's so necessary in this day and time. So necessary.
Yeah, so sis, when you and the brother, so when you're working on your craft and you're connecting with the other 33 yous, when you're making that connection, you can't have all of that running through you.
Right.
Because it messes up the message.
Mm-hmm.
It messes up the harmony.
Right.
The harmony.
our ancestors, agreeable and disagreeable, when I was a little girl, I used to tell people, I used to go to church and I would hear them talking about the devil this and the devil that and the devil this. And I used to sit down and say, you know what? The devil is my stepdaddy. I'll claim him. I'll claim him. And all of his demons, those must be my uncles and cousins.
Wow.
I didn't know that I was agreeing with the disagreeable lineage in my RNA and my DNA. I didn't know that as a child, but I felt it.
Right.
And people used to look at me strange as I got older and say, well, they start, the moment they would say something, the devil made me do it. I would say, do not tell that lie on my stepdaddy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's real.
Don't even do it. Don't even do it. But what I like to say is the 120 and 120 of us. Master teacher said he was disagreeable. But he got it balanced. We can balance it out. When they're speaking to us, they will do it in one voice.
Right.
He says, listen to my voice. The tone, the one tone, the three tones into one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just encouraging both of you. Listen to that, the 3 in 1, the tone. Tone and tune that shit out.
No doubt. No doubt.
Tone and tune it out.
Now, identifying and connecting with sisters like yourself and Hat Heart is one of the ways that I'm personally tuning it all out, because we just need to create some type of a bridge, between the gap of those like minds and like spirits. You know what I'm saying? So, our whole radio station is all about that, making sure that we communicate with each other. And this message that you speaking on right now, that's real powerful. Very, very, very powerful. I want to loop that. I might have to get your permission to put it on one of my songs. That's powerful right there.
That's fine. But I want to tell, and I need to tell the family something else. The greatest thing that we were doing was when we were chanting together.
What?
What? And when they broke that up, I was like, what the hell? What the hell are y'all doing?
What?
Do you not? You don't get it? You don't get it? You don't get it? Through the incantations and the breath.
That's funny that you say that.
The breathing of the vowel. Y'all don't get it? What? Huh? Let me tell you something. In conjunction to what the legal team that we have now is doing, I'm so thankful.
Right.
However, that's not enough. That's on that physical.
Right.
We still got a job to do on that ethereal.
Absolutely.
Get your asses together.
Right.
Assign us an incantation time again, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The master teacher talked to us about unity and harmony. Y'all didn't get it? Y'all didn't get it? What? Are you scared of your ethereal self? I get that. I have been out there and come, like the master teacher say, without a guide, you get out there in that ethereal realm and you can come up against some things and, some things. So it's to be respected, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are afraid, find the members within the family that are astute in ceremonies.
No doubt. No doubt.
Queen Elizabeth and all of them, they still having their rituals.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I don't know why we don't see that every one of the presidents, including Obama and all of them, they're all connected. They're all family.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying to your family?
Absolutely.
They still doing the rituals. They do it at football games, Olympic games. Hey, and we scared.
Right.
We scared to do. You don't like the word ritual? Find another word. But whatever you want to call it, it needs to be done. It needs to be done.
Fear of religion. That's what it is.
Yeah.
and then the fear of religion is forcing or automatically putting our tribe in religion. Our tribe becomes religious by not doing the things that we know we should be doing to get partner bab out.
We look ineffective.
Absolutely.
That's why other people on the street are challenging us with such fury.
No doubt.
Because they're looking at us going, we don't see the power in y'all's gods and goddesses.
Right.
See, I got ready to say that F-U-C-K word. Yeah, I cuss. I cuss. I'm being real good, though. Right now. But that's what I'm saying. No, really. There are brothers and sisters who know the intonations and the breath. Because when we are incanting, you have to do it in what the master teacher say, unison. Unity is unison.
Right.
Harmony is in through the breath.
Right.
Har, H-A-R, har. Hey, master, you know what I'm talking about.
Now, Hathar, you're
My name is Hathar. I definitely know the science behind that. The union of the breath of me, where we conjunct all the elements within our bodies, and through the tone and the harmonies and the vibrations, we align ourselves with the elements, nature, the planet, the cosmos, our ancestors. And if we all come together and do that, we can keep all demons and devils at bay in the spiritual, because anything you bind in the spiritual, that's in the physical, it manifests, and it's bonded as well. You know what I'm saying? You building real strong. So, I'm enjoying that real right now, because, it's not enough for me to say it. It's not enough for others like me to say it. It means something more when someone from the old school that actually went through a lot of the schools with the master teacher, or even met or know the master teacher, someone who is more experienced to speak on it. Because it's like casting pearls to swine. You speak until you turn blue. And it's like you hear what you don't hear. You see what you don't see. So all that shows who the children are that have this inner vision. Remember the master teacher spoke about that in the master scroll.
Yes. The master teacher, when he wrote to me, he told me one thing. He said, I've been waiting on you. I've been waiting on you. I need you to help get me off of this cross.
Wow.
That's what he told me.
Wow.
Okay? And I am, and I'm not ashamed of it. I am a very ritualistic sister.
Right.
Okay? If I got to do rituals with Native Americans, I know how to do that. If I got to do a ritual with Yorubas, I know how to do that.
Right.
If I have to do a ritual the Egyptian way, I know how to do that. And I'm saying, while the physical part is being done through the legal team, get about your asses and let's do that ethereal work. Somebody better come out with that ritual. Sisters, take the seal that the master teacher has sent each one of us. Don't put it on a shirt.
Right.
Seals, put them in a circle.
There you go.
Start calling on the 99 plus 1 in unison and harmony. Okay? Bring up them warriors.
That's it right there. That's it.
Bring them up. Send them to the master. It ain't no, girl, they can't put him underground far enough or put him up in the sky enough that we can't get to him.
Right.
To protect him, to nurture him, to pull him up out for that cross. Y'all better get some rituals together.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all need, you're lagging. And that's why he's frustrated. He has done all this resurrecting of so many brothers and sisters across the globe. And what? We ain't doing no rituals?
Right.
Y'all scared?
Waiting for him to give us the ritual to say, do this specifically. It's been done already.
In one of the scrolls, it has the way out. There is one of our incantations called the way out, family. Go back to that old scroll, pull it up, say it in the new intonation.
and chant him up out of there.
Mm.
Bring him up out of there. He's waiting on us. He's waiting on us to stop being scared of doing a ritual.
Wow.
It opens portals. See, you can talk all that scientific talk and
Right.
but application, y'all heavyweights when it comes to spitting the, I don't even call the science of Wu-Nuwaupu a doctrine. It ain't no doctrine.
Right.
It's science.
Right.
It's living. It's living. It's breathing. Okay? Y'all need to stop being scared. Stop being scared. Sisters get together, bring them seals back out, put them down in a circle, do the way out incantation in the new way.
Wow.
Brothers put the sisters on the inside of the circle. Brothers, y'all form. It's a wheel. I remember one time the master teacher said nobody ever asked him what the sundial was for on the land.
Right.
It's a cog, baby. It's a cog. It's going one way, but there's something else going the opposite way. So while the sisters are in the inner circle going round counter, brothers, y'all can be on the outside going clockwise.
That my garage.
You know what I'm saying? Reverse the damn delusion of time and all. You know, see, we say these words like time and such, and then everybody want to say, ain't no such. I'm not going to debate with you over that word. That's in this particular verse that we're in, that we have come to, okay? We have to use words that, whose density, or as the master teacher would say, whose nutation is able to be sustained in this verse. Because if we were to utter things in the natural tone, this little verse could not contain it. It would be out of sync with its vibration. Okay? So let's not get hung up on tomato.
Right, right.
You know, Hetep, Hotep, Hetep. Let's not get hung up on it.
Right.
Okay? However, within our family, I love the brothers and sisters that are fluent in the language. Speak to me. As my mama would say, Caledonia. Boy, that's like sitting down and just, something to eat.
Right.
Just something just to sop it up and And if the family is afraid that they're going to intone something wrong during the ritual, then just be there and do the low tones. We got brothers and sisters in music. Give us the tone.
Right. Exactly.
And while we're doing the tones, y'all do the incantation. So it can be done fluently without skipping a beat.
Wow. And you've never been on the land?
I've never been on the land. I do know from research and reading everything that one of the reasons they wanted the land because it's situated where tourists come in, and so they wanted it for tourists, and other than, they just needed to get rid of the brother because he's waking up us black folks, resurrecting us.